Today we're going to make what I would call a stylized American flag in honor of the 4th of July. And you will need your tube watercolors. I recommend those just to get a darker, brighter color. You'll need your 9 by 12 canvas panel, a couple of cups of clean water, a couple of a large paintbrush, some paper toweling, and also then some gold acrylic paint. Okay, so not a very long supply list, but I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. The last thing that you need, I provided some sticky foam stars in various shapes. So you'll need to have those gathered up too. Okay, let's get started. Our first step on making our stylized American flag is to take our foam star stickers and we're going to place them kind of randomly on our canvas panel and press them down so they have a good adherence. And you should use different sizes of stars and kind of cluster them again. You don't have to use a lot of stars, but I'm going to make the smaller one up here so it kind of looks like it's going away from us. And you can just kind of play around with the composition here. I'm going to add two more small ones. Again, make sure that you press them down. They'll come up easily. I tested it. There we go. Okay. And then, I'm going to move this so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so then what you want to do is select, and I suggest that you use the tube watercolors for this one, just again to get intense color. And so I'm using Prussian blue first. And then I'm going to put out some cobalt blue. Now we want to use quite a bit of water with these. So I'm going to put some water besides both of them. And then we're going to just kind of do a free form. Get up near those stars with your brush, because we want that silhouette when we pull these stickers off. We want that silhouette of the star to be very clear and crisp on its edges. And it doesn't have to all be the same intensity of blue. Notice I'm just kind of dabbing with my brush. Add a little crumb there. We want this to be an organic shape. watercoloring on canvas is going to take a little bit longer to dry, but that's okay. It'll keep it and then I do want a little more intense color. We want this to be a good contrast between the blue and the white stars. And if you want, you can dribble it a little bit. Once the dribbles are where you want it to be, then put it back down and give them time to dry. Dribbling, just using a little more water than normal. So you can just keep playing around until it's the color that you want. You know, I'm liking this color of blue, so I'm not sure I'm going to use the other color of blue. I'm just going to keep playing with this to get the intensity that I want. Down. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to use my crimson and I'm going to do like maybe 4 or 5 stripes of red, and I want them to curve so it's kind of like the flag is in the wind. Okay. To be a little stuck. Okay, I found a paper clip. I'll show you an easy way of unclogging a paint tube. Just open up the paper clip, kind of clean that hole out, set that off to the side, and we should be good to go. Maybe not. There we go. Okay. So kind of imagine where you want your red stripes to be. We're going to have them going off of the panel. And they don't have to be the same width. I guess I'm going to end up with 4. And then you can kind of look to see if you're filling up your space nicely. And then you can go back over and start making a darker color. Again, still use a lot of water. Okay, now I'm going to go back with even more pigment. So we're going to try our running, dripping. So you got to use lots of water. There we go. There's another one. They're slowly coming along. Now I'm going to use my second color of red, just to give it just a little deeper red. Try not to mess up the cool and then maybe I'll try to having trouble getting it in this. See, this is, you don't have a lot of control over this, so having trouble getting it in the center. There we go. You can control where the drips are positioned on the paper, but you can't really control how they drip. Like I really want one right there. Let's see if I can get that one started. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. I like that. Okay, now one of the things as I'm working here, I realized that I needed to make my blue come down just a little bit more. I'm going to use clean water since I'm switching colors. I kind of like that darker in there too. Let's see if I can get that to. So you can always go back and put another color. Whoops. Got some red in there. I don't want that. I'm not sure where that came from. But that gives me an idea. See, when something happens that you don't want it to happen, you can just make it as though it's like, oh yeah, I intended to do that, right? Kind of make this just a lighter red all around here, and voila, my error, my mistake is gone. I like how it's kind of mingling with some of the blue. Okay, so we're going to let this dry, and we're going to pull up our stars. Just carefully pull them up. There we go. Those are looking pretty cool. See how the paint did not get underneath that? Just a little bit right here, but that's okay. You can still tell it's a star. Okay, to make it a little more special, I believe you probably have some gold metallic paint left over from a previous project. So with a clean brush, you want to make it a lot of water on it. So it's almost like a watercolor. And then we're going to hit, and we're going to splatter with our gold paint. Just subtly, just to kind of give it some sheen, some sparkle. Now I'm wondering if we should do some blue splatter too. I think that might be kind of cool. Splattering's fun, so just make sure you have something underneath so that you don't get splatters everywhere. I mean, this is washable paint, so it's okay. I like that. I made it a little wetter. Now it looks like a festive 4th, doesn't it? All right, so you can keep going back and splattering with blue, with red, with gold, until you get the look that you want to achieve. Make sure that you set this off to the side for a while to dry thoroughly. The watercolor's pretty wet, and we also have some splatters that need to dry very thoroughly. And then you're ready to hang it up and enjoy your 4th of July. Thank you.